Alright, let's make sure we take the bracket off the screen this time. For the semi-final, Vitality against Gentlemates. It doesn't seem to matter what we do in the Rocket League scene. 3v3, 2v2, RLCS, it doesn't matter. Not RLCS. It's still going to be the same French teams in the quarters, in the semis, in the finals. And here we are. Seikoo and Juicy's run to get to this stage in the tournament has been fairly straightforward for them. They took down Gladiators 3-0 and then they took down Resolve 3-0. But Resolve were able to beat Gen G 3-2, so clearly that win is a quality win today. And Vitality likewise, fairly routine win over Power. And then a 3-0 win over M80 who eliminated Falcons. So yeah, these teams are in fine form. And Juicy's already kicking us off with a beautiful goal straight down the middle with the reset flick. 1-0 Gentlemates. Now when it comes to average ranked MMR, average 2v2 ranked MMR, Gentlemates are actually the higher seeded team here. They're the higher average team. The highest MMR player in the lobby is Zen, but then the next highest are Seikoo and Juicy, who have been in and out of the top 10 worldwide many times last season. Alpha usually sits a little bit lower rating than the other three. So Gentlemates, when you talk about average MMR, are way up there. They're, I think, third in average MMR behind Falcons and not BDS and KC, I think, are number 1 and 2, and then I think Gentlemates are number 3 in this tournament if we go average 2v2 MMR. If you're interested in knowing the rest of the ranking, I could read it out loud to you. Let me pull it up. One in chat if you want to know the average MMR ranking between every team in this tournament. And I'll find it right now. Alright, you guys want to hear it? Alright, here it is. Average end of season MMR ranking for every team in this tournament. That might be another goal. Indeed it is. 2-0. Seikoo makes it 2 on the counter-attack for Gentlemates. Okay, so where is it? Here it is. Average MMR. Falcons number 1, then Karmicorp, then Gentlemates. Then it's actually Resolve at 4 with Raziers and Ivan both being 26 and 2500 rated. Then you got Magnifico at 5. Again, Atomic and Rixie 26 and 2500 rated. Then you got Vitality at 6, BDS at 7, Gen G at 8, M80 at 9, Jobless at 10, and then you got Twisted Minds, Secret, and Furia before Power Gladiator Chiefs. It's very hard to get high 2s MMR in OCE and Asia, so and even in South America as well. Furia and Secret are definitely better than the rating would suggest. Yeah, it's mostly EU and MENA who have got the really ultra high ratings these days. I think if G2 were in this tournament, their average 2's MMR would put them at, where would that put them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They'd be 12th. If G2 were in the tournament, they'd be the 12th highest rated in 2's. They're really not playing a lot of ranked 2's. Not getting very high rated up there. I don't know why that is. Not sure. Oh, that's a big miss from Alpha. Still easy lead for Gentlemates. We're so far stomping Vitality in game 1. Yeah, I don't know why that is. I'd be curious to know pro player takes on that. Why do all the top tier EU and MENA players grind 2v2 ranked all day, and then the top rated NA players don't really do that? They just don't play anywhere near as much 2s, and they don't, because they don't, they never, I think there's just less, I don't know, people all around playing 2s in NA. Oh, Alpha with the double tap off the bar. That's a great pass by Zen with the air dribble bump pass. Alpha probably just tried to score that directly, but the double tap works. Nice bump by Zen to keep this one at 4-1. That would easily have gone in if he hadn't done that. Seikoo and Juicy have been brilliant. They have made Vitality look so normal compared to M80, who just couldn't stop Vitality's offense at all. Vitality averaged 4.67 goals per game in the 3 games they won against MAT. They've only scored 1 against this Gentlemates roster so far. Dark251 Barsh, thanks to the 4-month tier 1. Disney's Hyper, thanks to the Prime. It's Sneaky, thanks to the Prime. Utsiguri, thanks to the Prime. And Shinigami Pulsar, thanks to the 6-month Prime. That's a great shot by Juicy. He saw the challenge in front of him, so he just kept air dribbling upwards. And the ceiling pinch does counter pre-jump challenges if they're not goal side, if they're covered in more of a low option, more of a flip reset angle. And you can just keep going high and use the ceiling to finish off the shot. Harper, thanks to the Prime as well. And Jordan Starenka, thanks to the 3-month Prime. I think that's everybody, but if I missed you, then let me know in chat. I've tried to read out all the alerts today. Yeah, I'm not saying NA players, they do play 2s, but they don't play as much 2s. They don't play 2v2 as much as EU and Mina do. EU and Mina just play way more. Generally speaking, at least. Yeah, what do you guys think? Let's have a look. How many games did Daniel play in 2s last season? He played 680. 680 2v2 ranked games last season. This season, he's played 100. Who's ranked 1 last season? It was TRK, wasn't it? TRK finished off the season ranked 1, I believe. He definitely broke the world record pretty close to the end of the season. Yeah, he played a pretty similar amount. I mean, it's not like they played that many different games. Daniel played 680, TRK played 612. It's just TRK ended the season 27-46 rating. That's insane. Daniel ended the season 2403. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe it's just the population. The fact that there are way more high-rated EU players makes the points climb higher. Is that why they're all so much higher-rated? Because as far as I know, the overall population, like Rocket League population in EU and NA, is pretty similar. But it seems like the EU 2v2 ratings have just gotten way higher than NA the past few seasons. There's more in NA. I've not seen any. Where can we see the stats on that? I want to know. I want to know who's got the highest population of 2v2 grinders. France definitely must have quite a few per capita. Oh my goodness. Well, you need everybody up in the air to stop that. Seikoo actually read Zen's flip reset the whole way, but Zen just still got ahead of the ball and demoed him. And they can't read that one. Zen with a fake this time, switches it up. He went over Seikoo last time, or he went high, I should say, last time, and then straight through him with the demo. This time he fakes it low, barrels it through Juicy for 1-0. What do I think of the new rank changes announced today? I've not had a chance to see them yet, actually. Not had a chance to read them. Anyone in Twitch chat want to summarize? I saw that there was some announcement, but I've not actually had a chance to go look. I've got some good news, by the way, for anyone who doesn't want to see EU in the top 4. Fury are beating BDS. They won 2-0 in game 1 of that series. Carmine Corp 1-0 up on Magnifico. Juicy plenty boosting the attack to take control. Zen's on the back wall though, just making it a little bit awkward for Juicy there. Trying to potentially trip him up. Huge pre-jump by Juicy, completely shutting down Zen before the air dribble can even get started. You'll notice that there is a running theme with all the French teams and how they play 2v2. One thing that you'll notice if you watch all of them play today, whether it's BDS, Vitality, Gentlemates, or Carmine Corp for that matter, they will all intercept and challenge at the earliest possible time, regardless of what is happening in front of them. It doesn't matter. They will get up and they will intercept at the earliest instance that they can. It doesn't mean that defense is always going to work, though. We've had another high fake going low and into the back of the net. Juicy out playing Alpha54 to tie the game. Oh, is it now? It's 2-0 for Furia. So Furia looking like they're going to make it into the semi-finals. That would be a great series, Furia versus KC, should it go down. Yeah, notice there, Juicy getting outplayed, but it didn't matter. He forced Zen to lose control of the ball, and that allowed Seikoo to come away with the ball for free. And even though you guys, a lot of you watching, won't be able to do what is happening on the pitch, not a lot of us can do what's happening on the pitch right now. The idea you can take and apply to your own games. Oh, what a pass from Zen. He actually nearly just slotted that top ins. Alpha decided not to go on it because it was too close to the goalkeeper. But yeah, you can take the same idea in your own games. Don't be afraid of getting outplayed in 2v2 and 3v3 when you've got a teammate behind you. That's what the French players really play by. Oh, what a fake by Seikoo. He just pretended that he's going to jump, sat in front of the the bump coming towards him. This time he does jump and gets taken out of the frame. And Zen trips up Juicy, it's 2-1. Vitality with physical play on the ground. Putting themselves in front again. Smithlar, thanks for the 81-month tier 1. He's sick of watching Scotland. Yeah, I've heard Scotland-Germany's not going too well for Scotland right now. So welcome to all the Scotland fans who've decided to stop the pain and come and watch Rocket League instead. Where Scotland are not even participating, so we can't be sad about losing because we just don't have any players anymore. We used to. Scotland have got 2 former world champions in Rocket League. 1 former world championship runner-up. But the next generation never really came through. There just was never a next generation. It's mirrored the results of actual football quite well, where we invented the game and then everybody else learned how to play it better than us. Yeah, Scrub Killer with Hogan mode was the last real push for a Scottish player. Although there was a Scottish player made it to the top 16 on Daystar. Who was it on Daystar again? There was a Scottish player. It was Icon. I think he made the top 16, made a main event this season. Oh, good read by Juicy. Look at this from Gentlemates. Vitality pulling out a fake kickoff to try and go ahead by 2 again. But Juicy just completely reads it and shoots it straight over Zed. Yeah, how many former world championship, how many former Rocket League world champions have England got? Remind me. A save by Juicy. Juicy's been outstanding today. I mean, Gentlemates, both of them have been outstanding. It's just one, isn't it? It's just Devo. Just Devo. Only former world champion. And 1 runner-up in Rise. That's right. Scotland on top. England can get stuffed. Gentlemates look like, again, they're just showing up at a different level. This is insane because we watched Falcons M80. That looked like a crazy level of M80 to take down Falcons and nullify their offense. And then they go into Vitality. They can't make a save to save themselves. They lose 4.67 goals per game. And now Vitality are up against Gentlemates, who have completely nullified their offensive dominance. They've obviously conceded 3 times, but compared to the way the M80 Vitality series was being played, and this is just a different level of defense from M80. Look at the Seikoo defense here. I mean, dodges the demo, tracks Alpha54 the whole way, plays for the very safe save. Vitality knocking at the door again, but Gentlemates have got a boost on both of them. Juicy loses the 50 back to Seikoo. That's to watch Zen air dribbling at him for about the 10th time this series. Final few seconds. Seikoo thinking about keeping this one in the air. He does, but it goes towards Alpha54. He'll definitely keep that one up. Juicy grounds it for overtime in game 2. Important game for Vitality to keep this one as close as possible. Is this post-food debuff for Zen? He just ate before this year. I think all of Vitality did. That's going to be the copium of the Vitality fans should they lose this. They've got the post-dinner coma right now. Saved by Seikoo on Zen's air dribble. Juicy up early to match Alphas. Seikoo didn't really get a lot of lift on the takeoff there. Bumped off the ball. Now Zen from distance, air dribbling slowly towards Juicy, who takes his time and does well. Reads Zen the whole way and deflect the ball to safety. Alpha and Zen have had by far the more chances in overtime, but they just cannot buy pressure no matter how hard they try it. It doesn't make sense. Gentlemates just have clears for days. Seikoo with a defensive pinch there to get the ball from one end of the pitch to another. Juicy lobs it over Vitality's head, just hoping to get them to make an awkward touch, hoping to get them to waste some boost in a key position. Early stop again by Seikoo. Juicy deflects it towards him on the far side. Seikoo didn't go though, leaves it for Juicy, who does get back to it in time, and that's a testing touch for Zen. Doesn't have boost to get back to it, but Seikoo doesn't know that, so he just watches him falling behind the ball, and then turns around to center with a reset. Air dribble dunk by Seikoo. Juicy follow up off the post. Double tap wide. That was a great chance for Gentlemates. Composure. It's been the name of the game for the mates. They've been under pressure from air dribbles, bumps, team plays, mechanical plays, and they've answered the majority of them. And now a team play of their own. Almost has Vitality down 2-0 in games. Seikoo back pass. Juicy boostless. Has to just keep this under control in the back corner. Actually loses control. Seikoo dodges the demo last second, but can't get back to it. Alpha rattles the bar. Zen's not able to get around it. I think that was a chance for Alpha to just put this one into a tie series situation, but hard to tell. Seikoo dodged the demo, couldn't get up quickly enough to challenge him. Now here comes Alpha again, one end of the pitch to the other. Boost steal. Seikoo jumps off the back wall to dodge the demo. They've been so difficult to demo, these guys. But, oh, it's going to be an own goal. Or is it? No, it's Seikoo with a defensive double off the inside of his own post. What on earth is going on? How have they kept this one in overtime? Gentlemates look like they're about to end this one in the worst possible way, but they somehow kept control. Seikoo and Juicy now probing, waiting for Vitality to make a move. They want a move to counter, it would seem. Not too dissimilar to how they play threes. And just like that, Seikoo's done it. Out of nowhere, he dunks Zen at the near post, and Alpha cannot react. Zen's asking how many games. They're down 2-0 in a best of 5. Must win from here for Vitality. Elsewhere, it looks like BDS have got their first game win against Furia. That's 3-1, or rather 2-1 in Furia's favor. Carmine Corp are trailing 2-1 to Magnifico. So yeah, France might have done pretty well on the bottom side of the bracket, but France is struggling on the top side. Well, some of France at least. Gentlemates aren't struggling. Seikoo infield to Juicy. It's 1-0 in 10 seconds. Great pre-flip shot there by Juicy, dodging early to get that off and on target as early as possible. Stealth Moose, thanks for the 38-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. You can see the prize pool on screen. It's winner takes all. So first place will be getting all the prize money today. All donations go to the prize pool, so if you want to contribute to the prize pool, you can using the donate button underneath the stream. Yeah, 100% of donations go to the prize pool. Alright, Gentlemates are just speed running this now. 2-0. 40 seconds. Juicy against Zen. Flip reset. Zen moves in, thinking Juicy's going to take his time, and it's over his head before he can recover. Machine 2800, thanks for the 4-month Prime. Welcome back to you, to the channel to you. And it's going to be 3. Oh, not quite. Crossbar denies it. Unless Seikoo can make it 3. Zen says no. Can Juicy make it 3? Crossbar denies again. Now here comes Seikoo. They're just off the crossbar time and time again until eventually they score. I mean, how many times did they hit the bar? Juicy tried to play for a triple tap with a reset thrown in. It ended up being a fake, and that might have been even better because the fact he tried to hit it made the fake extremely convincing. And it's 3-0. It's about to be 3-0 in games as well, and then it'll probably be the last time Vitality ever take a food break before a game. It's off the post. It could have easily been 4-0 there. Juicy in a hurry to get the shots off. Not able to hit the target. Solid challenge in defense for Juicy. Vitality are just not able to create anywhere near as much efficient offense as they were against M80. They were 6 straight wins before this series started. Gentlemates are about to have their 9th straight win of the day. It's 4-0. Juicy and Seikoo cannot be stopped as Seikoo somehow stays airborne to take that one away from Alpha54. Zen's amazed at what he's witnessing. But yeah, this is surprising to see it go so one-sided. They really have given Vitality very little to work with. But Vitality do still have time on their side. 3 minutes to go, 4 goals to get. Alpha drops it down to Zen, who's stopped early by Seikoo. You know, it might be time, and I know this is just a 2v2 tournament, and we're going to need to wait for the London Major before we start having serious conversations, but it might be time to start adding Seikoo's name to, you know, the great all-time great defender discussions. He couldn't stop this one though. Zen's made the goal a little bit bigger there for Alpha54, who obviously had to shoot that to the right, otherwise Seikoo wouldn't have been outplayable. I'll tell you what, I think Alpha intentionally passed that. I mean, it's so far wide, there's no way he's taking a shot. That's a great pass by Alpha54. Zen's position did make the goal that little bit bigger to aim at. Bit greedy there by Juicy. Seikoo covers him well. Juicy taking his time. No, Zen is pretty boost starved here. Seikoo also able to just slow the game down, frustrate Vitality some more. Juicy dives in. Zen didn't see it coming. He thought Juicy might back off there as the last defender on the team. But Juicy knew that Zen thought he would back off, so he didn't. And instead puts a challenge in. Juicy's such an evolved player compared to last season. Obviously one of the most improved players since last season, but he might be the most improved. He is no longer one of the next up in France. He's already up now. 5-1. Juicy scored 4 goals in this game. Vitality just look toothless. They don't know what to do. They've tried a bit of everything, and like I said earlier, they've got a little bit of everything in their offensive repertoire, but they just seem to be getting hard read. The mind games aren't working anymore. The physical plays aren't working anymore. The passing plays are getting intercepted. The solo plays are getting stopped. And the same can't be said the other way. Gentlemates having their way with Vitality in game 2. Juicy, ceiling shot, pre-flip, sidewall double, into the middle for Seikoo, and it's 6-1. I mean, if he'd scored that, it would have been goal of the day, but it didn't matter. It was still an awkward position for Alpha to deal with. Juicy absolutely peaking right now as he's looking to eliminate Vitality in the semi-final. Zen leaves it for Alpha. Backboard double. Saved by Seikoo. What on earth is that save? Alpha completely smashed that double on target, but Seikoo is just in the perfect spot, not only to get the save, but to clear the ball to safety as well. And Seikoo just testing the structural integrity of the crossbar at the other end. It's looking pretty good if you ask me. And yeah, I think that might be Vitality's last attempt. When Seikoo made that save, they've pretty much given up on seriously attempting a comeback on this one. with full knowledge that there is just no way they're scoring 5 goals against that Gentlemates defense. What's a read by Seikoo. I mean, there's being familiar with your opponents. Obviously, these guys play against each other most days in ranked. But that was just a different level. He predicted the shot perfectly. Gentlemates advance to the grand final. Up next is going to be the winner of Furia BDS, which is currently in Game 5, against the winner of Carmine Corp Magnifico, which is currently in Game 5. You can catch Game 5 of BDS Furia on Fear's channel. You can catch Game 5 of Carmine Corp versus Magnifico on CJ's channel. And I'll be waiting here for that semi-final as soon as they're done.